It's Friday. It's a 3-day weekend. Start jumping. What are you doing? School's out for the summer for so many kids around the Riverbend region. I know that a few other schools are wrapping up their years today, and I hope all of your kids had a great old school year and that your summers are off to the best start possible. All the summer vacations and things coming down the pipeline. And you know what's weird? That first year we did the show, I knew that May was going to be a tough month to get guests because everyone's ending school and vacations and graduations and all that good stuff. But, man, we're still full, and it's just been kind of, cruise control almost for our daily show. We got a great show for you today. Brian Truss going to join us in the 10 o'clock hour, and we're going to have some fun talking about poor decisions and we're also going to be talking about Trust Family Auto Sales, too. So that comes down the pipeline today in the 10 o'clock hour. But really just a nice light show this Friday morning as we're kind of just rocking and rolling and heading into a 3-day week. I don't know about you all. Before I do news, my allergies have just been killing me this week. And everyone I've talked to has been going through like somewhat of a similar thing, at least 2 out of 5. So I don't know if you're going through that or not, but what do you use? Because this allergy medicine I'm on is not helping me in the slightest, and neither is my decongestant. But we're going to rough through this 2 hours. Need your advice, though. What do you do to get through some of your sinus problems? Because, man, I am just dying today. Hey, in the meantime, before we take a start into our show with our real show with interviews and guests, let's take you to top of the hour news now. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 other people that are truly in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. And we'll wrap up before we go to our first break with, kind of more of what's coming down the pipeline this weekend, but got to dive into the news now. Panda Express has officially opened its first Glen Carbon restaurant at 2337 Troy Road, featuring this new Panda home design. Listen to this. It blends traditional Chinese architectural elements with modern American style. The 2,400 square foot location offers 36 indoor seats, 22 outdoors, and a convenient drive-through. Customers can enjoy giveaways, including T-shirts and merchandise throughout the day. The restaurant will operate Sunday through Thursday from 10 a.m. until 9:30 p.m., and then on Friday and Saturday until 10 p.m. This new site will employ 20 to 24, providing fresh dining options in that new Orchard Town Center near that Chick-fil-A. Also in the news today, Taylor Hollenbeck of Maryville is reaching out for assistance following a serious accident involving a deer that severely damaged her car and left her with significant injuries. In the collision, which occurred recently, it's disrupted her ability to get work done due to lack of reliable transportation. Hollenbeck described how the deer suddenly appeared in front of her vehicle, causing her to brake hard and slide on gravel, resulting in extensive damage to her car. She is now asking financial support to replace her vehicle and is willing to work in exchange for aid. Those interested in helping can contact her through her Facebook profile, or they can contribute via the GoFundMe page. Friends of Larry Anderson have launched a fundraiser to support his family through multiple challenges, including unexpected medical and dental expenses and storm damage to their homes. The fundraiser, organized by Bridget Jaquette, seeks to raise $5,000 to help cover temporary housing and medical bills. Anderson's family has faced delays with their insurance company inspecting the unsafe storm-damaged home, increasing their financial and emotional strain. Known for his kindness and his positivity, Larry is deeply valued by the community. Supporters are encouraged to donate and share their fundraiser to help the family during this difficult time while keeping them in their thoughts and prayers. Tyrone Eccles has been recognized by Madison County Board for his 42 years of dedicated service as the mayor of Venison, Illinois. During the May 21st meeting, Chairman Slusser presented a proclamation celebrating Eccles as the longest-serving mayor in the county's history. That's incredible. Slusser praised Eccles for his leadership, commitment, and contributions both as mayor and through various county and state boards. Eccles, who now serves on the Venice City Council, expressed heartfelt gratitude for the support he received throughout his long career, calling his journey challenging yet rewarding, and he accepted that honor with deep appreciation. Finally, in the news today, the Marquette Catholic girls track and field team showcased some great progress and some results at the IHSA Class 1A state meet that was held yesterday in Charleston. Coach Billy Sprague said the Team excelled particularly well in sprints, relays, shot put, and jumps. Standout athlete Carly Davenport, who has been on the show, set personal records in the triple jump, placing 17th overall, while the 4x100 relay team broke the school record with a time of 52.20 seconds. That's incredible, and congratulations to you all. How great is that? Despite tight schedules and those academic tests, the team's spirit and hard work earned them a memorable season and set the stage for future successes. Congratulations to the Marquette Catholic girls track team for a remarkable season. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. I can't talk very loud because my sinuses are just like stomping my face. Let's take a look at weather. 59 degrees. It feels like 67 out there. Today, humidity at 73%. Other than that, just going to be a nice day. Today, partly sunny. Clouds will break this evening. Air quality at 37, which is good. Grass levels are low. Mold is low. Ragweed levels are moderate, and so are the tree levels, too. Now, they're saying the UV index is extreme, but it's only 60 degrees outside. Maybe you can still get a tan. I don't know. I'm not really a meteorologist. Temperatures reached 71 degrees today and dropped down to 52 overnight as we head into Saturday. On Saturday, they have taken the rain out of the forecast yet again. A high of 70 on Saturday, a low of 56, partly sunny skies, but do expect a drizzle or two with some thunderstorms later on Saturday night. Now, it's Sunday. We're getting rained out. On Sunday and Monday, expect to bring out the pontoon. On Sunday, a high of 66, a low of 52 degrees. On Sunday morning, it will be cloudy and cool with showers and a thunderstorm, and then Sunday night, rain continues. On Memorial Day Monday, a high of 64, a low of 53 degrees with a passing shower or two on Monday morning. Then by Monday night, some showers, and then those clear off and head into Tuesday with partly sunny skies and a high of 70 and a low of 55. That's a look at the next 5. Here's what's happening now. It's 59 degrees in downtown Alton, and it feels like 67 out there. Whew! For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by going to the App Store or Google Play Store and downloading the RiverBender.com app. Completely refreshed. It looks great. You could also, if you don't like apps, gotcha. We got you covered here, too. Just text RB, the capital letters RB, to 618-202-4618, and we'll sign you up for instant weather updates. Hey, while I have you, let me fill you in real quick on, let's do that now. Let me fill you in real quick on my friends at Carver's Barbecue. You know, they're truly the best, and what better time for barbecue than Memorial Day weekend? I mean, what are you doing to yourself? I mean, time and time again, people try to recreate the wheel. You know, it's like, well, you know, we always have, you know, turkey at Thanksgiving. Why don't we try salmon this year? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stick to what works. And barbecue, like, I don't know, award-winning barbecue that's the best around at Carver's, it works every time. What are you doing to yourself? Listen, you're going to have family coming over. You're going to be having friends coming over, especially now that school's out and all that good stuff starts taking place with your outdoor events and your 4th of July parties. Father's Day is literally right around the corner, which is wild to me. I mean, there's so much that you could utilize with Carver's. All you got to do is call and say, hey, I want to cater, and they'll take care of you every step of the way. Listen, my parents started using Carver's Catering a couple of years ago, and I'm telling you, they haven't looked back. It's the best feature they have at Carver's Barbecue, other than the fact that, I don't know, you can just walk in throughout any day of the work week, grab some great lunch, and put $20 into one of the slot machines, win $200, and then boom, lunch covered, you had a great one, and you're winning all at the same time. You can learn more by going to CarversBBQ.com. That's CarversBBQ.com, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. But are you guys doing anything fun for Memorial Day weekend? I mean, while I have you, I'll just keep the barbecue on the screen. But, I mean, because I'm not really, you know, normally for me a 3-day weekend, how it used to be, was just kind of laying in bed. But I'm excited. We're going to go camping this weekend and go have a good time and go relax, and hopefully I can turn the phone off for a little bit and not get my work phone going. But that's what I'm doing this weekend, and I hope that you guys are too. You know, it's been really fun to kind of get out and, you know, be back active again instead of just sitting in my house or in downtown Alton, so I'm excited for it. And I don't know if you guys are big Memorial Day people or not. Because for 4th of July, obviously it's big and we have a good time, but the Alton Memorial Day Parade is also just a staple event too. So there's so much to do this weekend. What are you doing? What are your plans? Fill me in, let me know. You can text the text line. You can email me at cj@RiverBender.com. And if you have any really good ones, I might give you a gift card. I don't know. Why not? Give you something to do on a Friday. Hey, at 9:12, we're going to take a quick break, but before we do that, let me take you back to downtown Alton so you can see how nice it's looking out there. And we'll come back. We'll chat it up for a little bit more. Brian Truss joins us in the 10, and then by 3:30, I'm out of here on vacation.
Coming down is the hardest thing.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Carden Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Cincinnati.
Hey, welcome back. I got tired of the commercial break. I'm just excited. I think I'm actually really excited and looking forward to getting out and camping. I haven't edited a commercial break before in a long time. Thank God, if we did that on the dial, I would have gotten fired. I love being in charge of the show. Hey, wanted to fill you in, though. This was really cool and just got sent to me through one of our prep services, and I always love doing these kind of by-the-numbers things, and it's really just a fascinating one because of this Memorial Day remembrance that Wallet Hub just... Oh, man. That Wallet Hub just did, and really just one that it's kind of just an eye-opener. I mean, listen to this. So we'll take you through the numbers, but I want to give you the most important ones first, and that's when it comes to Memorial Day remembrance. So listen to this. 47 million veterans have served our country in wartime. 47 million. 14 million, that's the projected number of living wartime veterans that are still surviving in 2025 from all of our wars and conflicts. 656,000 members of the military, well, they've lost their lives in this in conflict. When it comes to Arlington Cemetery, 260,000 graves at Arlington National are adorned with American flags each Memorial Day, and 100 members of the 119th Congress have served in the U.S. military, only the 5th time in the last 50 years with an increase at all in the total veterans elected, which is very fascinating too. There is a National Moment of Remembrance every Memorial Day at 3 p.m. It was designated by Congress in the year 2000. And for the 6th year, the Rolling in Remembrance continues the tradition of Rolling Thunder. Now, this has been that annual Memorial Day motorcycle rally in D.C., marking the 37th consecutive year of raising awareness. The first state to officially recognize Memorial Day was New York in 1873, and 25 cities have laid claim to being the birthplace of Memorial Day. Memorial Day festivities go as follows. 58% of Americans plan to barbecue over the weekend, $31.40. That's the average cost of a Memorial Day cookout in 2025. Now, I don't buy that. What are you buying? I mean, if you buy a bunch of Oscar Mayer and throw them on there, yeah, it's $31, but there ain't no way. I mean, I'm sorry, that number's wrong. $31.40 is the average cost of a Memorial Day cookout. You tell me the last time you spent $31 on a barbecue, and I'll wait. Is my point proven? Okay. 818 hot dogs are consumed 818 hot dogs are consumed every second from Memorial Day to Labor Day. That amounts to about 7 billion hot dogs consumed in that couple of month period. Now, here's the top periods for beer sales. It's actually pretty interesting. We've talked about this before. 4th of July's first, Memorial Day's second, and then Labor Day's third. And to me, I'd have always thought like Christmas and New Year's. Nope, not for beer. $2 billion worth of meat is what's going to be sold for Memorial Day. They're projecting at $2 billion this year. 92 races are held every Memorial Day for remembrance and honoring, and 100 million households will watch the National Memorial Day Parade broadcast on TV. 24 marching bands will be a part of this one, and then 1,000 active duty service members participate in the parade each year. When it comes to Memorial Day travel, 45.1 million Americans plan to travel over Memorial Day weekend. That's a 3% increase over 2024, and it breaks the 2005 record of 44 million travelers. 39.4 million Memorial Day weekend travelers will drive to their destination, with another 4 million expected to travel by plane over the weekend. 95% of companies will close their office doors on Memorial Day Monday. Why is it? It should be at 100, shouldn't it? Am I missing something here? Huh. Well, in case you're looking to see where gas prices are, what Wallet Hub's saying is about $3.20 a gallon in 2025. This time last year, it was at $3.70 a gallon, so you're seeing a decrease of 14%. 46% of Americans will also start planning their summer trip this year during the Memorial Day holiday and start all those processes. I think that's fascinating. Now, listen to this. Orlando, Florida is the most popular domestic destination for Memorial Day weekend travel. And could it be because school's out and you start your Disney trips? I don't know, but that's the number one across the board. Then it goes to Seattle, Washington, and then number 3 is New York. 39% of major roads in the U.S. are in poor or mediocre condition, so before you start driving, be ready for the detour. Now, listen to this. 65% of Americans, when it comes to those Memorial Day sales, they plan to shop at grocery stores on Memorial Day, but 66% of Americans plan to spend less than $100 over Memorial Day weekend this year. How is it possible? If you're having a gathering, by the time you get a 24-pack, and you know that 24-pack ain't going to last, if that's just for you, good, but it ain't gonna be. You got to get that, plus maybe some other things and some food. You're looking at every bit over $100. Maybe I just don't know how to shop, and I got to quit putting my damn hand in this Mountain Dew I spilled. I just don't see how $100 is going to be the price point for a weekend. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. 20 to 85% off. That's the amount of discount shoppers can expect on home goods and clothing. Plus, 15 special discounts are available to veterans and military personnel at Mattress Firm, Home Depot, Bass Pro, Under Armour, Walgreens, Columbia, the Sportswear Company, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Lowe's is going to be a part of it too, so just something to keep a note of. Now, when it comes to Memorial Day safety, there is 14 days of that National Seatbelt Campaign. It runs May 20th through June 2nd. 25% more home cooking fires happen on Memorial Day than average. Now, listen to this. $184 million. Oh, this is becoming a nightmare. I need to get a towel down here. $184 million is the estimated value of items that are lost over Memorial Day weekend. 150 lives could be saved over Memorial Day weekend if people would wear their seatbelts. Now, listen to this. 47,700 That's the estimated number of injuries from car accidents each Memorial Day weekend. 47,700 across the country will occur projected. 418 is the average number of fatalities that occur during Memorial Day weekend traffic accidents each year. And 43% of all traffic fatalities that occur over Memorial Day weekend, well, guess what? They're alcohol related. And for all of you that are cannabis users out there, make sure that you're being smart about it too, because that's just as significant as alcohol when you're driving behind the wheel. But anyway, that's Memorial Day by the numbers. I saw that and thought, that's pretty interesting. Wallet Hub does a really good job of putting that all into perspective. But I just can't get over this. How in the hell are you going to spend $34 or $31.40 when you're doing a cookout? Where are you going? I mean, if you guys know where to go, send me to it, because I am not shopping at the right places. I just don't see, out of all the averages of Americans and folks that participated in this, that the average cost of this cookout is going to cost us $31. I guess if we all have a teaspoon and we get one bite of a side and, we get a half a drink of beer, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. That's your Memorial Day weekend by the numbers from Wallet Hub. And, really... if you guys have time, too, while I'm thinking about it, a couple of years ago, we did a really great show with Alton VFW Post 1308, and we got to talk with a lot of their veterans during Memorial Day, and really just a show about remembrance. We aren't going to do a show this Monday this year. I'll be out of town, and just going to take the weekend to kind of get myself right again and, get all focused. But we aren't going to do a Memorial Day show, because we're going to leave that for you guys to go to be a part of the Memorial Day parade. You can see coverage on RiverBender.com. However, if you're wanting to learn more about our area veterans and the meaning of Memorial Day to them, that show is available at RiverBender.com/daily show, and you can find that at any time, all the time at RiverBender. 9:24, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, chat it up for a little bit longer, and we'll have some fun. 7 billion hot dogs in 2 months. Man. I don't think I could eat 7 in 7 years. Just not a hot dog guy.
Bad company till the day I die. Till the day I die.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I think that's so important as summer starts.
Oh yeah, it's circus is also one of the only is possible. The impossible becomes possible. It's one of those places that's so magical that you forget about, the problems that are happening in the real world. No matter race, color, size, or where you're from, everyone has a good time at the circus, and everyone is one, and it's just incredible because when I'm performing on stage and I look in the audience, I get to see their reactions, and it's just I get to see a whole family just laughing or creating this memory that they'll never forget. And that's the beauty of the circus.
Well, and if it's okay, take me through your time with Cardin Circus and just some of the journey that you've been on with the group.
Yeah. My first time performing for the Cardin Circus. I am fifth generation, so that means my dad was a clown, my great grandfather was a clown, and so on.
Oh wow!
5 generations in, and I am very happy. I am very happy to be part of the Cardin Circus. It is one of the only and the biggest real circuses left in the United States of America. Now they are the real entertainment giants, and it's just a beautiful show because I'm from Argentina. And then there's people from the United States, there's people from Brazil, there's people from Mexico, there's people from Colombia. We even have a gentleman from Saudi Arabia. The circus is just an incredible showcase of all kinds of people and animals. We have two beautiful elephants on the show. We have performing camels, zebras, and only at the Cardin Circus, the only performing buffalo act in the United States of America.
Oh, wow. That's really
and
cool.
It's just a great time. Yeah. It's such a great time because the show is 2 hours long. Sometimes we fit up to 3 shows a day per day. But in the off time when we are not performing, we're traveling. We're either doing rehearsals or preparing, or for what's next for the next year. And also on our time off, we all the performers, we live in personal RVs or campers, motor homes, and then there's the show equipment and the show semi trucks where all the equipment gets carried, and when there's no more show times and all the duties are off, us performers will get together, we'll have a barbecue, or we'll go explore the city that we're in, and we get some time to enjoy also what's beautiful every city or every town we go to.
Well, and it's just really cool to hear about, some of the different, backgrounds of the performers, and really just hearing, the dynamic of it. And, as you're preparing for this season and really just this new addition to Cardin Circus with the Glow edition, what does the preparation look like as you're preparing? Because you're on the road still, and I'm sure trying to refine and enhance everything that you all are doing.
Well, we always try to go big or go home, and we always try to go bigger or better for next year or, for the future productions. So we always have something new to show for the audience of every city we go to. Sometimes we go to the same cities every year, and we always want to give them that surprise. So there's a team in the show that they take care of what's going to be the theme, and then it's a whole process. It starts sometimes a year before the actual show airs, and what's the idea, then sting the crew, and building and designing the once all the performance together, the rehearsals start. It's a long process, but at the end of the day, it really what's that word I'm looking for? It's really worth it, at the end when you see everything come together and then it's on paper, and then the choreography, the music it's a lot of hard work. It's not a one, everyone in the circus is important no matter what they do. It could be the smallest task or the biggest task, including the elephant trainer. Everything is like a big puzzle that has to come together to create a show, and a big show. And we have over if we counted, we have over 80 performers. Then that's not counting just the staff. You have concessionaire staff. Then you have the stagehands, the riggers. Then you have the people that you don't even see on the road that work in offices. It's such a big company and a big responsibility. And like again, it's its own community, because when we get to town, we go to the arenas. And behind the arenas, we set up the campers and they park in line and however it fits, because sometimes we have so much room, sometimes we don't. We don't. And it's our own little traveling neighborhood.
Well, and I honestly, I think just the atmosphere of that alone is what I think is so intriguing about this too, and what I think is so special about what you guys do, and really just, like you said, that traveling neighborhood, and coming down the pipeline on Tuesday, May the 27th, you guys are going to be in Jerseyville at 7 p.m. And now, if I'm correct, there's a free ticket with every adult ticket that's purchased, correct?
That is correct. You can also find your local stores. They're already BOGO tickets, maybe in gas stations. Just look around. They say the Carden Circus. You get a free child ticket to come and see the circus.
That's really cool. And take me through your performance a little bit too, just to get our audience a little bit more excited. What are we going to be experiencing from your act and contribution to the show?
So my part, I'm the clown, but I don't look like your typical clown with the big afro colorful hair, the big red nose, or the big shoes. I'm more of a modern style comedian, more of a suit. I do wear makeup, but not your traditional clown makeup look. We have to be more modernized also today and days to bring in the new generation also in the show, because it's hard. It's hard to bring the new generation to bring something so traditional. So my job is to do the comedy. Every year we sit down, we kind of figure out what's popping, what's new, what's working. We write the sketches. And this year I have 2 bits in the show. The one is an audience participation act. We play some rock and roll music, and the audience members, they get to pretend to play instruments, and we actually create like a concert in the middle of the show. And not even the audience members that are in the ring, everyone, the whole arena gets to participate in the acts.
Oh, wow.
Of the show, singing at some point, it's just about having fun, It's not, for me, this is not a job, man. For me, this is what I love to do. Like, again, when I was little, I used to train I ride unicycles, I walk on the high wire, I did a little bit of everything. My dad used to train me, and like all kids, but we do get the option to choose what we want to do as we grow up. Some of us actually has chosen not to be in the circus, and they have become lawyers, but I wanted to be a clown. I wanted to continue the family tradition. My dad and my grandfather, they're my idols. I've learned everything that I know from them. And I just wanted to continue that tradition, because you can't have a circus without clowns. It's like having spaghetti and meatballs without the meatballs.
That's very true. Well, and have you had a chance to perform in front of your family?
Of course, yeah, of course. Actually, about a month ago, my dad, he's also touring, and he's in Canada. He's with another circus touring in Canada. And he actually had a week off, and he came to surprise me, and he came to see me perform, and he hasn't seen me perform since I performed with him since I was little. Wow. He was very proud. It was a proud father-son moment. Could you imagine? Oh. Your dad do? Oh, he's a clown too.
Well, and I got to ask you, do you guys trade like tips and stuff? Like, like if we were getting done from a soccer game or a baseball game and going, hey, maybe you could have, dropped your elbow a little bit on that, or maybe you could have, choked up on the bat. Is there ever any tips and any more advice that you keep getting from them?
My dad, he is that old school Argentinian Latino person that he's never proud, but I've made him smile a couple of times. But the secret always in comedy, like the movies, he'll never say he's proud of me, but I know when he is. One of the secrets in the top for comedy, and kind of any form of comedy, if it's either stand-up, physical, slapstick, is timing. And when you work with audience participation, yes, I could have the sketch written, and we have a beginning, middle, end to a sketch, but it's always a lot of improv because we work with audience members, and you never know what that audience member is going to give you or the reaction. So a lot of improv comes in there, and a lot of timing. You have to learn how to feel the room, control your audience members. It's just anybody can put on a red nose and be a clown, but there's being a clown and then being a clown. It's actually a very professional and deep job that not a lot of people. There's a stereotype that the movies or TV shows make a clown to seem. Some kids now like going back to me not looking like a traditional clown. Movies or stereotypes has ruined that image or make us look creepy, or kids are scared of us, and that's why we want to change. Nothing bad of being traditional. I know a lot of very good traditional and good looking clowns, and it's just there's a lot to it. It's not just easy one day put on makeup and you go in. The first time I actually put on makeup, I was little. My dad sent me in cold to the wolves. That's go in, do what I do. And I remember I thought I did good, but I bombed. It's not as easy. It's not as easy, but for comedy, like anything, any kind of job you do, it's difficult in its own way.
Well, 100%. And it's just really fascinating to hear a little bit of your, story with it. And you're 100% right. I mean, it is an art form. And it's one of those that with a captive audience and a live audience, you never know how those are going to go. And you have to be experienced in it. And, going back into the shows coming into Jerseyville and Highland, May 27th and 29th, Jerseyville the 27th, Highland on the 29th. How long do your guys' shows run?
Yes. One show daily on those 2 days. I will be there. It's a 2-hour show. Kids and families to come an hour before, because we have so many other rides and activities before the show begins. You can get up close to meet the animals. You get to meet some of our performers. You get to get face painting. We're face painting studios for the kids and the adults. We have pony rides, elephant rides, camel rides, moon bounces, a circus train ride. We have a little bit for everybody to join. So there's an hour doors for all the rides and attractions that are open at the arena. And also we do have a halftime, because the show is so big. We have so many high props and performers and acrobats and equipment that we do take a 20-minute break through the show as a halftime intermission while the second half. But all those rides and attractions do get to come back out. So if you don't get a chance to ride the elephant before the show or get your face painting, you do get a chance to have use of those activities. So it's not just the show. There's a lot of fun before the show, during the show.
Think we're having a little bit of an internet connection issue there, but it, like you said, just to have all of the yes. Just to have all those different components of it, and really those attractions beforehand, that's really great for parents to know too, that hey, it's not just showing up right at start time. Get here early and really make it a family day.
Yeah. You'll have lots of fun. You'll create lots of memories that you won't. But just being there, attractions open an hour before showtime. So just enjoy the area, enjoy the rides. Like I said, meet the elephants up close. It's only an experience. You only this.
Right.
I promise you one thing, that when you go, not just the 5-year-old will have fun. Everyone will have fun.
100%. And with that being said, I will say that. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, please don't let me cut you off here. Keep on, guys. So my apologies there.
No, like being said, that also the circus is the only family-oriented or family-friendly entertainment left out there. One of the only, I will say. And there's not a lot of circuses left, and all the circus is trying to do is come, educate, entertain. So if you see a circus nearby in your city, go support it. Have fun. You won't regret it. This is the only kind of real American entertainment left, and all we're trying to do out here is just keep the magic going. That's the mission. That mission was the second you step into the circus and till you leave, it's just have fun. Forget about the real world. Forget about your age. It's just a traveling magic environment. That's only created here.
Right. Well, 100%. And before I let you go, too, I think it's also a great point to, on your website, and folks can take a look and really just see the great life that, the elephants and the animals of your guys' circus really have. And that's what I think is really cool, too.
Yes. The animals here as taken care of as the performers or even better. Each animals, they have their own tents. They have medics on site. They get bath fed every day. And I'm a little jealous. I wish they'd come up and, scrub me down before the show.
That's really cool, man.
I wish they'd do my hair. I have to do my own hair,
Oh.
No, they have a hairstylist for the elephant.
Well, and I think it's just really
not fair, man.
No, it's not. But I think it's so cool though that from top to bottom, all aspects of Cardin Circus, that it really is for the family, and you guys really are a family, and I can tell that just by talking with you. The 15 minutes we've been talking,
It's exactly what it is. Everyone here, no matter, there's people from everywhere in the show, even performers. There's people that are stagehands from other countries as well. We always try to bring the best of the best to give the best to the audience. And we're on the road, 8 months out of the year. And some of us have 2-year contracts with the same show, or some of them have been for each other every day, and we truly become and for one another. Sometimes when we're traveling from a city to go see a fellow performer broken down on the side of the road, we'll help out, whatever is needed, because we're all here. We all look for each other's back, all family. We if one succeeds, everyone succeeds. If I look good, and it's not just lights on, lights off. People see the showtime, but the magic is also behind the circus, behind the curtains. All the muddy rains, the muddy lots, the semis getting stuck. That's all part of the magic, And there's always a saying, only at the circus. Only at the circus.
Well, and honestly, only at the Cardin Circus and the Glow Circus coming up on May 27th and 29th is the place that you got to be. So before I let you go, we need some neon before we come in here, don't we?
Yes. So this is the Glow Circus. Even my hair glows. I glow. Everyone glows. The ringmasters glow. And if you want to be part of the show, I recommend you bring that neon green, purple, pink shirt you have put away that you never want to use. Well, this is the time to use it.
There you go. Hey, we'll link everything to an article on RiverBender.com and link where you guys can get more tickets. I'm telling you, though, it's been incredible. Everyone that stopped by the show says, man, I got to go to that, or I'm thinking about getting tickets to it. So you're definitely making an impression.
Yeah, and tickets sell fast. Again, we're only there for one show, so you better hurry or you're going to miss out, because the circus only comes once a year, and the circus changes every year. We bring in a new show. Even though I could be back next year, but I will change my whole material and bring something fresh and new, so you don't want to miss it, because this one is a good one.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this Thursday morning, and we'll talk again soon. Best of luck next week, and we hope you have a good turnout.
Oh, thank you so much. This was so much fun, and we'll see you guys soon.
Not a problem. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and wrap up this Thursday morning right after this on RiverBender.com. And we'll
continue. Has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois, with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Me and this is what she said. Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. I know I can't slow down. I can't hold back, though you know I wish I could. I know there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. Not even 15 minutes later, I'm still walking.
Welcome back. 9:51. Welcome back into the studio. I got freaking Mountain Dew everywhere, and I don't even know what's happening. But we got another hour to get through here. I wanted to fill you in on a couple of three things before we take you to top of the hour. The Illinois Department of Transportation did announce today that lanes have been closed for construction. They will reopen where possible for the Memorial Day holiday to minimize travel disruptions. Non-emergency closures are going to be suspended for this weekend. They will be suspended from 3 p.m. today, Friday, May 23rd, and they will be suspended until 11:59 p.m. on Monday as we head into our work week on Tuesday. So just something to keep an eye out for. We'll take you down to District 8 now to see if there's any that we can fill you in on our coverage area. And that's Illinois 111 at that 270 interchange, closed with periodic ramp closures. The I-270 at Illinois 111 lane reductions continue. Those westbound College Avenue, 111 to 140 at Fosterburg Road in Alton, those lane closures will be continuing as well. In St. Clair County, I-255 between Illinois 157 and Illinois 15 are going to be closed. Detours will be posted, but that's just here for our intermediate area. I'm trying to find Jersey County here for you all too, and making sure there's nothing that we can fill you in on as we get to that section of the Riverbend coverage area. But just a little bit of a note in case you guys start traveling and hitting the roads this afternoon, that some lanes will be fully open for the time being. The ones that can be and the ones that can't are posted as such online at RiverBender.com, and you can see all of the details on that. So we do have an update for you now from the city of Granite. They have submitted a press release, and here's what they are recalling from the events that unfolded on Friday, May the 16th. They were hit by that EF3 tornado, and it impacted a 2 to 3 mile area across the community, causing significant neighborhood damage. The city anticipates a 2 to 3 week cleanup process and is in the critical stage of still assessing any community or residents' urgent and critical needs. You can call United Way 211 if you've suffered storm-related damage and still in need of a cleanup or other urgent and critical needs. We see more and more GoFundMes because of this. You can dial 211 to be connected to a certified resource specialist. Additional information and damage details will be taken to be shared for further coordination with available resources and cleanup organizations. If you are looking to volunteer in the community cleanup efforts, you can do so by clicking a link on the RiverBender.com article. The Illinois Baptist Disaster Response Team, the volunteer group, has helped more than 500 families during the flood of 2019, has returned to the community. This team will be working with city personnel to assist those in need in the cleanup. The team members will be clearly identified with Homeland Security approved ID badges. For anyone interested in supporting the volunteers of this effort, of donations of food, beverages, or other supplies, they'll be accepted at any Granite City Fire Department station for monetary donations. They ask that you call the Granite City Finance Department at 618-452, that's 452-6218. The efforts will continue to evolve. They ask that you go to granitecity.illinois.gov for more information or to stay up to date with the latest on their Facebook page. But just a little bit of an update when it comes to those cleanup efforts. Hey, before we take a quick break, have you guys ever had to do your job with a bunch of power tools just driving you crazy all day long? I mean, this is something I shouldn't do this because I'm leaving and I'm going to be going out of town. But for the last couple of weeks, I mean, every day, just to hear power tools into your microphone when you're trying to talk, it's like we know the show's on from 9 to 11. Okay, can we do it before 9? Can we do it after 11 o'clock? I mean, I really just don't know. It's been amazing to me. I've never been a part of something where you can reach all of these people and still no one gives, it's like no one cares in the building. It's like, oh, we're just going to keep working. We know that we got broadcasts going on, but we're just going to light up a power tool and rattle your cage for 2 hours. I don't know. I wouldn't care if it was an emergency. Emergencies happen. But when it's just a reoccurring thing, it gets so frustrating. That's why I'm looking forward to talking with Brian Trust in the 10 o'clock hour. He'll be joining us and filling us in on Trust Family Auto. We're going to be talking poor decisions. And I hope that my mental fitness holds for those next hour because it has just been a couple of weeks in this building. Hey, at 9:56, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with our top of the hour news brief, and then we'll talk to Brian at 10:10. You stay there. I'll stay here on RiverBender.com.
Cardin Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Drilling continues at RiverBender.com. Top of the hour news hits you in the nose now. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update. You can join myself and 70,000 people in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We'll take you to top of the hour news. Now, hey, Panda Express is open in Glen Carbon. They've officially opened its doors. The restaurant, 2337 Troy Road, features that new Panda home design that blends traditional Chinese architectural elements with modern American style. It's a 2,400 square foot location, offers 36 indoor seats, 22 outdoor seats, and a convenient drive-thru. Customers can enjoy giveaways, including T-shirts and merchandise throughout the day. The restaurant will operate Sunday through Thursday, from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. However, on Friday and Saturday, they're open 10 to 10. This new site will employ 20 to 24 and will provide another fresh dining option in that Orchard Town Center. Friends of Larry Anderson have launched a fundraiser to support his family through multiple challenges, including unexpected medical and dental expenses and storm damage to their home. The fundraiser, organized by Bridget Jaquette, seeks to raise $5,000 to help cover temporary housing and medical bills. Anderson's family has faced delays with their insurance company inspecting the unsafe, storm-damaged home, increasing their financial and their emotional strain. Known for his kindness and positivity, Larry, deeply valued by the community, supporters are encouraged to donate to share the fundraiser to help the family during this difficult time while keeping them in their thoughts and prayers. A couple of more news stories for you today. Tyrone Eccles has been recognized by the Madison County Board for 42 years of dedicated service as the mayor of Venice. During the May 21st meeting, Chairman Slesser presented a proclamation celebrating Eccles as the longest-serving mayor in the county's history. Slesser praised Eccles for his leadership, commitment, and contributions both as mayor and through various county and state boards. Eccles, who now serves on the Venice Council, expressed heartfelt thanks and gratitude for the support he's received throughout his long career, calling his journey challenging yet rewarding. He accepted the honor with deep appreciation. We'll take a look at weather now. That's what happened around the Riverbend this 23rd day of May. 61 degrees. It feels like 70 out there. Humidity at 61%. Today, more sun than clouds, and tonight we won't see anything. Clouds breaking for clear skies. Air quality at 39. Grass is low. Mold is low. Ragweed's moderate, and so are the tree levels too. Temperatures reach 71 degrees today. Drop down to 52. Overnight as we head into Saturday. On Saturday, partly sunny skies, a high of 70, a low of 56 degrees. And on Sunday, thunderstorms predicted throughout the day, a high of 66, a low of 52. And on Monday, a high of 64 and a low of 53 degrees. On Tuesday, we see it at 69 degrees. No rain in the forecast. It'll be a beautiful day, and then temperatures drop down to 55 as we head into Wednesday and start moving on down the pipeline into that first day of June. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. It's 62 degrees at 10:02, and that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. While I have you, let me fill you in real quick on our friends at Village Dispensary. You know, nothing's better than when you hear power tools going off and you hear your windows shaking downstairs than just popping an edible from Village Dispensary and calling it a good day, and you aren't bothered by nothing. You know, think about this. You can go into Village Dispensary and save big each and every day of the work week, whether or not it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Some great deals, but also just some daily bargains. You can go in there, see their daily deal sheet. You can get some edibles for $5, things under $10, and life's looking good with that great staff and the great inventory at Village Dispensary. All you have to do is just place your order online at villagedispo.com or just walk into the doors and say, you know who sent you over their way. Well, Brian Trust is going to come in here and put me in a better mood because my hairspray's falling out and I'm starting to have a Bill O'Reilly moment. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Brian Trust, Daily Show, and that'll...
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Carden Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Carden Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Look what we found. My headphones are covered in Mountain Dew. This has been a nasty morning. I know, but I keep...
Aisle CJ's countertop, please.
I don't even know if I want to wear them right now. We're going to throw those out.
I don't wear them.
I know you don't.
Because they don't fit my head.
I know. Brian, how are you doing today?
Truth be told, I'm wound, CJ. Thanks for asking. Yes, how about you?
I am. Well, you know.
I heard some of the, the building stuff
it's
going on.
It's just, it's amazing. I've done this show for 3 years, and it's like we don't do anything in the afternoon for construction here. It'll be quiet as hell,
Right.
but from 9 a.m. to 11, you hear nothing but jackhammering, and it's like, just respect the job once is all I'm asking, Just once. Yeah, well, I'm going camping this weekend. I got a couple hours left, and I'm heading out of here. How's Trust Family Auto, and how's everything else treating you?
Man, I gotta tell you, life.
Oh, wait, how'd your show go yesterday?
Oh, man, I'm so glad you asked. Phenomenal.
Good.
I got schooled yesterday. I mean, I did. And if you know what the show is, and can I take a moment?
Oh, yeah, go. You talk.
So the show's You're Beautiful. It's live every Thursday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Here's the craziness. Mad love for CJ and the Hencher family, Riverbender Radio, for allowing me to have airtime to talk about Jesus. Because we don't even have the Pledge of Allegiance in schools right now. But wait, hold on, wait. Here we go. How do I get a show where I really don't know the word, but I get to talk about Jesus, right?
True.
Yesterday, my guest opened my eyes, bro.
Uh-oh.
No,
A good way?
No, it was fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what I was meaning. It wasn't like, yeah.
It's like life, dude. You know how you always have like the devil over here and the angel over here? That's like what's been going on with my life. And she just like, sometimes you see things and you don't understand those things. Man, she just interpreted like, just to be honest, trust you got to get straight. She schooled me on my own show, and I love No, it was good.
That's awesome.
It was good.
Good growth?
Yeah, because, I'm not a preacher, and I can't preach, but I just want to bring people closer to Jesus. But she's like, Brian, you're doing a great job. However, are you doing it in his eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm so wound today, it's not necessarily in his eyes. This is Fat Boy Speaking of Fat Boy and tragedy and construction, do you know there's 38 steps to get down to the studio from the bathroom? You don't know that, do you?
No, so the studio...
Because you're skinny.
Well, and two, I quit drinking energy drinks, but for a time I was on so much caffeine, I don't think I even thought. I just kind of kept walking, But the thing is, they keep saying... I guess a little behind baseball. It's like, is the studio going to be down here? Are we moving it upstairs? Or how about we just move it on the same floor as everything else for Riverbender so we don't have to keep walking,
Hallelujah for the fat people in here. Speaking for myself.
If we did. If we did.
38 steps, dude. Like, I'm so glad you did an episode before you invited me in here because I was shooting for a shot of oxygen. Yeah, dude. You guys don't see the sweat, but look, there's a pool now.
Well, there's normally a pool because there's no air on in the studio either. But it's like Festivus for me right now. That construction really kind of fired me up. It got me wound.
But dude, there's a lot of content because as my walk to the bathroom, I saw that bubble.
Yeah.
It started making me think, what if we just lived in a bubble? Those guys were so happy up there. They're getting paid to sit in a bubble like they think you can't see through the bubble.
Oh, they heard.
Well, they heard my footsteps.
No, they heard me.
They felt the Richter scale coming through.
They heard me complain.
Okay. Glad that I went to the bathroom before the show.
Yeah, because when I went up afterwards, I was not happy.
Okay. Welcome to Riverbender Radio and The Daily Show.
I need a vacation.
Well, I'm giving you one this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. How is cars going right now? Are you selling any?
Bro, cars are tough.
That's what I was asking.
The reality is this, and I like what the girl said yesterday. The world is tough, but the reality is how do we look at it? So like right now, we're going to do a check. Finances are rough, but dude, my life is on top of the world.
Yeah.
So much peace, so much joy.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going through right now because I couldn't, my personal life, nothing could be better. I mean, life is easy. It's just financially, shit's hitting the fan a little bit.
It is. And I'm so glad you said it. You know, and this is what's really, really cool because we're having a very real conversation,
this isn't scripted at all.
But like what Sarah was saying yesterday, when you have faith, there's peace, and you can't put a price on peace. But you're right, man. And it's just not my finances. I'm seeing it in the customers.
Yeah.
You know, things are tough, and all you want to do is help. And
well, then you help, and then you go back and look and go, man, I helped too much. You know, sometimes, you know, because you go, you know,
that's
what I'm
how
saying?
I feel with sponsors
That's what
right
I'm saying,
now.
yeah.
You know, like sponsoring Boys and Girls Club and different things like that. You know, it takes a toll on everybody. You know, when it goes down, when money's flowing, you just want to give. You want to give. You know, I'm getting the same mails like, hey, can you want to be a sponsor? And you want to be a sponsor, and it's like, whoa,
right?
You know, the reality.
Well,
can I do a twist real fast?
Yeah.
Can I bring up poor decisions since I'm on here?
Oh, yeah, we've got time.
So when I'm talking about life and the finances, like I just said, we have comedy shows this Saturday, okay? And when you start losing your mind, like I'm losing my mind.
You drink. Oh,
well,
no.
yeah, that too. But like if we had drinks in here right now, I would do comedy.
If I didn't have to drive anywhere, I'm telling you, we'd be cracking them open and doing
Uber.
our show.
Let's Uber, okay?
Me up there.
like my life right now is so much comedy.
Yeah.
That the whole way here, it's like I hear it, dude. I see it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting still, so you cannot blame the demolition on me. I am not walking. There is no Richter scale in action going on right now, but I hear it, dude.
These ceiling panels are going to come out of the wall.
Well, let's just hope it's dropping money. Okay?
Let's hope for both of us.
Comedy, this is what I want to throw in. This Saturday night at Poor Decisions, we have a comedy show, and it's being hosted by somebody that's been on national television, Willie Lynch Jr.
Oh, wow.
But I'm not even trying to give him a plug. What I'm trying to do is give me a plug. Jess, if there's room on the show, I want to try comedy.
You can't get on your own show?
Well, I don't know. I never tried it. But that's what I'm talking about, how life is right now. Like, I am on, man, it is a joy. It is peace. My baseball family, you know, when I get out of work. Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm living life.
Well, that's seriously
and putting finances second, so I don't have my priorities right. That's comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
We got to get Dave Ramsey on here.
That would not jive with my personality today.
No, well, that's the thing, man. I'm right there with you because I couldn't have my personal. Everything's great right now.
That's beautiful. Dude.
Life's easy. You know, we're getting everything figured out for, you know, we're going to move in and what's looking at that way and getting our family together. You know, it's all good. But it's like, you know, you get smacked with the roof and HVAC and then everything else that hits you. And you're like, man, you're stressed, but it's not the same type of stress as it would have been if you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. It's just...
It's like my show on Thursdays.
Yeah.
That's my therapy.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of just brings me back down and it just says, hey, if you believe in God, he's got you.
Right.
But that also doesn't make an excuse for the flesh life that we live every day where the bills are still coming. Right. Your employees want to get paid. You know, I'm loud today because I'm hey, Steve Pegram, check it out. Got faith.
Oh, I'm pissed. I almost wore that today.
Hey, and big shout out to the merch guy who created the shirt because that was an awful lot of material. And I am grateful, but I wear this with pride. I do. Got faith. You know, that's why I'm controlling my humor today because like the gal said yesterday, if you are in Christ, you have to be more like him, right? But I'm so wound today, that Flesh Life and that Poor Decisions comedy show.
I get it.
Woo!
That's why I can tell you're making changes. You asked me if you could make a joke that I think would have gotten me. If the boss wasn't already mad at me, I'd have probably said, go ahead and do it. But you're making some
It was
progress.
just my intro, right? It was my intro for the preview of this Saturday night. So while we're on that, ladies and gentlemen, we're all over the place because we are. I'm the owner-operator of Trust Family Auto Sales. Part owner at Poor Decisions, amongst other things.
How much does a thermostat set you back?
Like on
in a
house
car?
A car.
Yeah.
Actually, thermostats are pretty affordable.
Oh,
it's the heater cores. So, like your thermostat and your heater core are inexpensive. Like a heater core labor. Oh, by the way, I'm also owner of Trust Family Auto Services for your auto needs.
See what I'm doing there?
Right. See, we just tie them together. But man, a heater core mechanic's nightmare. You got to take apart the entire dash.
Yeah.
And if you're not good at Tetris, don't try it.
If it's just a thermostat, what's the labor look like on that?
Oh, it's very affordable.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
So,
that's what
hey,
I was wondering.
Let's start out good. Think optimistic, right? It's gonna be okay. Hey, I can assure you this: you're not going to have to take a loan out to finance a thermostat.
That's good.
So you think positive. Think positive.
That's very good to know.
So we're all over the place. I'm talking about my podcast, You're Beautiful, every Thursday. We're talking about Trust Family Auto Sales, where I'd like to give tips because in these hard times, so I'd like to talk about that. And I also like to talk about poor decisions because this weekend, let me just tell you about just really, really fast, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
So if you're out and about or want to get out and about tonight, one of the things that I love is our DJ Stino. Not only do I love...
he's great. Get that water, yeah.
Well, not only that, right, he's in our community.
Yeah.
The kids' sports.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a guy who's passionate about music, but more importantly, he's also passionate about our community.
Yeah.
So show your support tonight. Absolutely. Today's throwback jerseys, wear your Jordan, your Steph Curry, whatever it is, come out to the tunes of DJ Stino. But also, tomorrow night, you are blessed. I'm Not Your Entertainment. That's bad on me, isn't it?
That's right.
Because I'm wild and I'm obnoxious. But anyways, check this out. Like I said, starting at 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Our doors open, limited seating. You're going to have Willie Lynch Jr. out there. Our comedians, we have 30 plus. And we do that so you don't have the same 6 showing up, every other Saturday. So it's going to be a great show. And then after that, you were talking about your hairspray, right? Dude, tomorrow night is 80s night.
Oh.
We want you to dress the occasion, MC Hammer pants, big hair, whatever. It's going to be an 80s night.
I think I would have been like the coolest kid in the 80s. I
Really?
think I could have made it. I really do. I think that's the problem. I think that, now I'm still like, life's good and, people know me. But I think I would have really been like the polo popping, pop the collar and looking cool type of kid.
Biff.
Yeah.
So here's what you don't know. While you were out yelling at the people upstairs, I put a picture of you when you were on middle school on the screen. We're going to pull that up. Look at his face. I'm just joking, dude. I'm talking about... Look, I had you. Hook, line, and sinker. I know I can do Saturday
like Justin
night.
Bieber in middle school. I really did. I had the haircut.
Bro. We just don't have his money. Dude, I see it. I hear
it is
it.
like amazing to me.
It's okay, but we're having fun,
We
right?
are. Thank God you're in the studio because if I had a normal interview, I think I'd be going nuts
Well,
right
listen, 38 steps and wearing a hoodie. Bro, it's dripping in here.
It is hot. Yeah. It is hot. It is freaking Miami down here, and
This
I'm not
is
even
a
a
hint
sweatshirt.
for any of the local establishments in the area to bring CJ and I a cold one.
I know Max is open, and I know that Cat Daddy's is open. Poor Decisions opens at 11.
No, they're open now. Oh, we're serving breakfast at 7 a.m.
That's right. How is that breakfast spot going? Mike Weller filled me in on that.
I know, dude. Mike's pretty much the big reason we're out there. He needed a place to have breakfast. A stogie and biscuits and gravy, a pancake. Bro, that's what we're doing. Here, you want to talk about putting in the hours? We start at 7 a.m. Breakfast.
I love it.
And then you got Rose serving lunch till 4. And we got a new, oh my goodness. We have a new kitchen. It's called Beyond Taste. Okay. Some of you can make fun of me. I'm just going to tell you right now. They did last night where I was at. I was eating my chicken wings with a fork and knife. And she's like, you really eat chicken wings with a fork? I'm like, I eat pizza that way too.
Oh.
So here's why I'm kind of like building you up to this. Bro, I had wings Saturday night about 1 o'clock in the morning, so I was probably primed. I was using my fingers.
There you go.
Dude, I was wearing that chicken wings are fire. Beyond Taste, I'm throwing you a shout out.
Who runs it?
Shanice, some family members.
Oh, cool.
They're
Right on.
brand new this month. They're actually bringing some extra stuff to the bar, but the cool thing is everybody's involved. And another quick shout out. Like, if you think I'm pumped now, June 1st, right? Jacoby Arts Center coming.
Yeah. There you go.
Whoa.
I forgot about
that. That's more people for me to entertain. Let's go.
Why don't we do this? We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk Trust Family Auto Sales. Then we'll take another break. We'll talk Poor Decisions in that order. And then we'll wrap up the 10 o'clock hour. So a couple of breaks in this next hour for you. Brian Trust is going to stay by with us, and we'll keep having fun in the studio if my mind does not go completely crazy.
Cardin Circus is coming to town. It's fun for the whole family. Don't miss out. Get ready for breathtaking aerial stunts and a heart-pounding thrill ride that will have you on the edge of your seat. 2 nights only. See the magic in Jerseyville on May 27th and Highland on May 29th. Bring the whole family and experience the wonder of Cardin Circus. Get your tickets now at glowcircus.com.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah,
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
That's happened a time or two. Welcome back to our... Okay. God. Sorry, those are soaked.
I probably. Oh, I thought because I stretched them out on my show.
No, I just. Here, hold on here. Brian, fill us in on Trust Family Auto Sales.
Hey, Trust Family Auto Sales. We're right here in Godfrey. I've been selling in this area for the last 30 years. One of the things that I'd like to share with you, we could figure out how you can reach out to me and get your questions. Get your. Dude, it looks like CJ, his weekend started on Thursday also, just like Portland.
You know what was bad? This is why I'm upset. Here,
no, go ahead. No, I wasn't doing a plug. This is your show, baby.
Well, the thing is, I didn't drink the last couple of days because I knew I was going camping. So I thought, well, I'll just kind of be sobered up and ready to go.
Right.
I feel like I've been partying all day. I've never... God, this is...
Well, nobody would know that with the countertop and the Hawk 12 you just did. So, hey, here's what I'm talking about. I would like to help out the general public. And when I say that, that's not me necessarily saying you have to buy from Trust Family Auto Sales. It was like yesterday where somebody was wanting to sell their car directly to us. I was grateful and I love the opportunity. However, I was transparent. Like I said, if you buy from me, I'm like a pawn shop. I want to buy it right to where I could resell it. However, my transparency was, now if you were to put this in front of your house, this is what you could potentially get.
Right.
And that's what we do. So 30 years, other than gaining 300 pounds. Is
that a pound a year? Or
bro, it's I can't even do the math other than 38 steps to get down here. But the reality is this. If we can't sell you a car, the very next best thing I want to do, it's kind of like what I already do in this community. I want to help. So, if we could do some kind of like Brian, your car guy, and, you know how magicians, they never want to tell you the magic because then they wouldn't have a job.
Right.
So other than all the other car dealers wanting to shoot me, marksman, I want to tell you the behind the scenes of the car business.
Yeah.
So the reality today, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it may be, there's so much information out there. But maybe you might not understand it. Just like me having a show, You're Beautiful. Mm-hmm. When I talk about yesterday and like she opened up my eyes, man, that's awesome. And I hope to open up the general public's eyes on know what you're getting into. And I like to be a useful tool for your car purchasing.
Well, and it's always
experience.
about being honest too. I mean, because you guys have a tough industry, you know, especially with all the
It's not the same, bro.
jerks that have been, you know,
You gotta, in order to be a car salesman today, you have to apply for a FOID card. I'm telling you this because it's so scary the way people are today.
Well, hell, that one guy drove through the whole dealership. I saw that video.
Yeah.
The guy drove through the Subaru dealership and tried to take out the front desk because he didn't like the car he just bought. And it's like,
Bro,
you know,
2 weeks ago, a customer called the cops on himself.
What?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're a channel syndicate and you want a reality TV show, come out to Trust Family Auto Sales. I'm telling you, this world is getting entertained. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm telling you, I'm on top. I have so much joy in my life. I have so much peace in my life. But and I don't know much about economy. My mom said, don't talk politics. But prices are getting higher. Things aren't happening in a customer's time frame. So it's tough. Don't get me wrong. Buying a car should be fun. It should be exciting. And we like to deliver that experience. However, in today's world, not just car sales, it's like having your car at the repair shop. You're talking about a thermostat, okay? A thermostat's a dime a dozen. But you don't know what's going on in today's world where that thermostat was $13 and now they want $35.
Right.
It's not in stock. So in the industry, not just the car business, but things aren't readily available. They're not affordably priced to keep up with our incomes. You know, so people are changing.
Well, and then what happens is you get some of these younger people that think, well, I'll just finance this car with nothing down. And then they realize when they try to trade that car in for their next vehicle purchase that they're actually $80,000 in the hole instead of $40 because there's no return.
That's why a little humor, we put a shovel in the trunk of the car because they're buried in that car. Yeah. So there's just a little bit of humor, but
it's true.
No, you're absolutely right. So, and let me clarify that real fast, folks, ladies and gentlemen. It's not necessarily the car CJ's talking about; it's the financing. Right. It's the cost of doing business. It's the cost of making a purchase, and that's kind of what I want to bring to this community. I want to set the record straight that if you have a question, instead of being who we are today and pointing fingers without thinking it through, let's ask. Let's talk about it. That could be great content along with some buying tips.
Well, and I think, too, a lot of it is just a conversation because I think so many people, and I think COVID did this, no matter if it's buying or selling or just having a conversation where we always have our preconceived ideas and we aren't changing them. So you go in there and you might have Googled, 15 other of the same used cars that are at Trust Family Auto Sales, but it's like you said, there's not an actual conversation where, you could get this car for $7,000 down at Uncle John's, your repo, or you can know that you're getting it from a verified seller and we're going to be with you every step of the way and it's going to cost market rate.
Yeah, the analogy, the best thing is you guys have a cough and now you're on WebMD and all of a sudden you think you're a doctor.
Yeah, and you think you have brain cancer.
Exactly. So it is what it is, but that's what I'm trying to do. I would like to be a voice and an advocate for those who want to know how to buy a car, want to know the financing. And here, like right now, sometimes we're stereotyped as a buy here, pay here dealer.
Right.
What a lot of people don't know about the car lot, and my boy Logan will break down the stats for you, we're actually 50-50. And what I mean by that is we sell 50% of our retail sales are people who have the ability to go to any local credit union, pick out whatever they want, no money down, leave with a car at a single-digit interest rate.
Yeah.
Then we have those where life has just been tough, and I call them ugly loans. I'm going to be honest with you. Myself, my staff, we are not fans of these ugly loans. However, we would rather sell you this car and this ugly loan because you're right. We're very transparent. We break it down of what you're getting into and what your options are as time progresses, where other people are just selling you like this. That much down, there's your monthly payment, sign here.
Right.
And then when you sign here, it's like 84 months, 28% interest. Then you go to trade the car and you're like, what just happened?
Right. And then you're going, oh my God, I'm never going to financially recover from that.
Yeah.
You can't.
So,
Well,
so a lot of our deliveries,
nuts.
you'll hear people say 30-minute delivery and they're out, right? So really there's not a whole lot of explanation. So one of our tough things is we are a little bit longer when you are signing your paperwork. But ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, what you paid for the car, what this extra money went to, the interest rate, what it's going to cost you to borrow this. So, it's very tough in today's world, especially, my last name's Trust. Again, been doing it for 30 years. I love what I do. It's built an empire for my family, for me to actually open up other ventures, and other avenues. I'm glad I'm still the same guy from 19 years old where I explain everything.
Yeah.
We just today as people have to think before we react.
Right. Well, and now we're in we don't have people ask questions anymore. Consumers don't ask very many questions. I mean, just from my experience, they might try to, and then it's kind of like they don't push for the answer. It's kind of like once that representative or once that individual says,
we do when something goes wrong.
Right. Then we're pissed.
Right.
But we won't do it in the lead up, right? We won't ask the question that we don't want to know the answer to. Because at the end of the day, we know if something's not set and right, we know that there's a good chance it's not going to hit right. So we go, well, let's avoid that question on the terms of the loan. Let's go ahead and just avoid the 28%.
Right.
Let's just hope, and it's just, you got to ask your own questions. And what are some of the questions we can ask going into buying a car in that financing, that final stop of financing or in that final process of buying it? What are some of the good questions we can ask to make sure we're keeping ourselves safe and easy?
Well, that's why I want to make myself available, because that's such a huge question. If you remember MJ, my assistant, MJ and I were doing YouTube videos of answering questions like that, tutorials, but when you only got 800 followers, there's only so much content you get out there. So again, I'm not avoiding your question. What I'm saying is, I would like, if Riverbender, CJ is interested in for this community, if there's a way people can contact me, they could ask questions and we could actually maybe do a little content to directly answer that question as well as help other people.
I completely.
Because you truly got to go and educate.
Well, and it's not even just that, because there's so many times, and from whether or not it's an older person that maybe is living on their own for the first time and they got to get their car again because they haven't had to make their own purchase on their own since they were married, or maybe it's that kid that's working their butt off that saved up all this money, and I mean, you don't want them to get taken advantage of.
Absolutely not.
And that's why I think it's really cool, because as much fun as you have and as much as loud as you get, you're still not going to be. You're there for a reason. I mean, you aren't going to be there for 30 years if you were not good at what you guys did.
I want to do it with my due diligence, put my best foot. And here, folks, before you even buy a car from Trust, when I bought the car, I had it inspected.
That's
okay.
Right.
And then we have a repair shop that inspected it. But here's the reality. When you are dealing with human, there's flaws. When you are dealing with machines, there's flaws. So almost every video, if you find Brian, your car guy, every video I encourage and endorse, buy an extended warranty.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's not affordable for people.
Okay.
And the other thing is you get the old saying like, well, I had one and it didn't do nothing for me. So the reality that I like to preach on the Brian, your car guy, one is always purchase an extended warranty. And number two is buy from a reputable dealer. And what I mean by that, it's kind of like anything in life. Things are going to happen in life, but true character is, how do you handle it?
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
So the guy that I was telling you, not to elaborate so much, but this is sincere, the guy who called the cops on himself, the day before, we called the cops on him.
Oh.
And here's the crazy thing.
Consistency.
I preach that all the time. But here's the crazy thing is everything he was saying was valid.
Oh, shoot.
Like what I'm saying is, like, Logan and I were listening to him and our hearts were going out to him.
Yeah.
Like hey, I can't afford Uber no more. I can't afford this because his cart was down in the shop, right? But if you go to the backstory, folks, if you have an extended warranty, they don't take our word for it. If we say you need a transmission and you and I both know your car needs a transmission because you're not going anywhere, right? You just can't put a transmission in a car. You have to go through the process. You got to start a claim.
Yep.
If they don't take your word for it, then they got to send somebody out. Well, first they ask for pictures. If they don't like the pictures, they ask for you to tear it down more. And then they send an adjuster out. Then they approve the work. Well, here's what happens. In the process forgets the people. They forget us.
Yeah.
We're the ones, not just the customer who bought the car, but the dealership. We're the ones who are on standby because they're not calling the warranty company. They're not calling the adjuster. They're calling us every day, where's my car? We get it.
Yeah.
I mean, my heart went out to this guy. And he wasn't doing anything wrong, but we just asked him to leave. And he kept saying the same thing 20 times over again. He was getting louder. No threaten, no violent. So we just asked to remove him from the property, but he came back in the very next day. He recognized he was doing the same thing. He goes, you don't have to call the cops. I'll call them on me. So it's crazy out there. It is. Now, the good news is this. His car's up and running and everything's good. But folks, it's not the car salesman. It's not the dealership.
Yeah.
Things just happen.
Right. Well, and two, I think sometimes when people go to maybe a bigger name dealership and because they think, oh, we know who they are, they might not buy the new car. They'll go and buy a non-certified used car because they sell those non-certified still, which are amazing to me that someone would even buy that's not a certified used car. But they go in and then they go, well, let's just throw out let's just say any big St. Louis car dealership that has 15 locations, you can think, well, I bought this used car and it fell off within 90 or after the 4th month of driving it, and they aren't going to help me. Well, it's like because you didn't read the process. They aren't insuring you for 90 days or giving you a warranty after you got 90 days. That's past the lemon law. I mean, we're done.
Well, the reality is, and I never want to say anything different, but just for clarification, there is no lemon law on a used car.
Oh, there's not on a used car?
But the reality is, I think you nailed it. Well, the reality is this, you nailed it. Go in and ask questions.
Yeah.
Because people don't ask questions. And what I meant by buying from a reputable dealer is this. Sometimes the warranty may not cover it. Sometimes things are going to happen that aren't there. But if you're buying from a reputable dealer, and they'll know what to do, what's right, above and beyond, period, okay? Because you could have, what is that called? Better Business Bureau, the state. But, more importantly for us business owners, your reputation's more important.
100%. Especially when you talk locally too, because when you're a franchise and you have 15 of the same car dealership, well, it's a little harder to let people know that you're displeased or let the public know what's going on. But if you're one-on-one, man, you got to make sure you're keeping everybody as happy as you can.
Well, you go back to franchise. I'm going to use a different analogy. I don't want to use car dealers' names, but there's a fast food franchise right now.
Uh-huh.
There's a person on Facebook right now bashing that franchise, right? And me, because I'm a business owner, I would like that person to approach that franchise fast food restaurant, address it first, then put them on blast, because here's the reality. It is freedom of speech, and you could do that, right? But what you don't realize is you're gaining attention and attraction by you blasting. People get on the placebo effect until the problem's also. But here's the deal. How much blood, sweat, and tears did that guy do to open up that franchise?
Right.
On the employees? How many employees are employed there and their families depend on that, but yet we're so quick to blast?
Yeah.
Man, be considerate.
And the thing is, we're so quick to blast because we never actually internally investigated ourselves. It's just we let our emotions dictate what we're going to put on. I've never seen it. I'm telling you, I've never thought that in my entire life I'd see everyone that's over 25 to 65, mostly 50 to 65, acting like high schoolers on Facebook, telling me about how bad their day is, but no questions needed. I'm not here for that. I don't need to know you had a bad. And that just, it sounds terrible, but it's attention seeking. And that's what happens here. Because instead of just doing your own due diligence and going, man, as a consumer, I messed up here. I didn't call them when I needed to. They called me 3 times and I was busy, so I should have called them back. And then I left it sit for 2 weeks. And now we're in this fight. No, now I got to make sure everyone knows how mad I am, Brian. Right. I got to know. I love your energy. I mean, that's what they do. It's just insane to me. It's like, whoa, I didn't do what I needed to do, so I'm going to get on Facebook and I'm going to tell the whole world that this guy was mean to me.
You know what would be better about Facebook? What if they got on the Daily Show? No. So listen, check it out. This is not a bash on customers, because guess what?
No,
I'm a customer.
We're all customers.
I'm a customer too. It's kind of like my show, You're Beautiful. I know I'm going all over the place. You're Beautiful grounds me from what I call the flesh life to just trying to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So I'm guilty. I get on the bandwagon. I'm not going to tell you. Did I ever tell you about the story when I went to the mall? It's anytime, squirrel moment, sing, but there's a point to this. We are all people watchers, am I right?
Oh, 100%.
And you're not going to tell me when you're people watching, you're not saying like, that person this, that person that. Right.
You should hear me in the car. She didn't know what hit her because I'm really quiet until I drive, and then it all kind of comes out, and my insults just fly out.
Right.
I'm not very complimentary.
Right. But folks, I want you to know that everybody's watching, and here's what I mean. I'll never if you're out there listening, and Brian and I are at the mall, and we're doing this. People walking by are like, that, right? You know what? I looked up. This is like 15 minutes going on, and then the store we're sitting in front of us, I could read the employees' lips. And you know what they said? Look at those 2 guys. They're gay. So no. What I'm getting at is we're all guilty.
Oh yeah, we're all guilty.
So even though like Logan says I talk in circles, the point what I'm trying to tell you is we could all be better people, but we have this flesh life.
Weave.
Yeah,
you're just weaving your story.
I don't even know the definition of
weave. Yeah, because you're intertwining the stories.
Yeah,
Very good. Very good storytelling.
That's what Logan says, yeah. And I like that because at the end of the day, people say, Brian, we didn't even know we were buying a car. That means I did a good job.
Well, and it's not supposed to be like that. It really should be. You're just going to see Brian and seeing if there's something good for you. It shouldn't be this pressured thing.
No,
because
it should be a joyous moment.
It really should be, man. Hey, why don't we do this? We'll take our last break of the morning here. We'll come back and we'll wrap up the 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock with Brian right around 10:45 when we get back on the air. We'll talk poor decisions. We'll talk about Trust Family Auto Sales some more. This is the first segment, and
there's no banging going on
at all week. All week. I think that somebody heard me complaining. I don't know who, but I'm just saying it's been working out. See what happens when you just kind of complain? Don't do it on Facebook, though, because then I'm going to start calling you out.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family
Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois, with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds. When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over
20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
That would have been the end of my career. 10:48, a little bit.
Yeah, you're keeping my mic off.
I am. No, I'm smart. I worked with a guy in St. Louis. I've never told the story. His name was Terry Hall. And I'm telling you, it was my first real radio job because I was only doing like remote or tape shows and things like that. But with Terry, they said, we need you to do this live show. I said, oh, this is exciting. I'll go do that. Terry was always on pills, whether it was Ritalin or Vicodin, because he had all these surgeries going on. So he would just say some of the craziest things half the time. One time I heard him, I was in the other studio, and he fell out of this chair. This fell out while he was talking. Like he just fell off. So I've learned to turn the microphones completely off until we're ready to.
So catching you back live during commercial break, CJ's more or less telling me that's why I trust when you come on the show, it's limited airtime.
So Poor Decisions, what's coming down the pipeline this week?
Again, brother, I'm so excited. We're brand new since last October. I like to believe in such a small establishment, all the things that we're bringing to the community. I mean, we've had line dancing. Now, not just the comedy jam that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
We had AGT, and the first thing you think of AGT is what?
Alton's Got Talent.
That's very good.
I'm an Alton guy.
I like that. See, you can't pull one over this guy here. But right,
I'm also running for I'm just kidding.
But right, Alton's Got Talent. So, between karaoke, between all the different things that we got going on, I mean, it's been pretty awesome.
Well, you guys have a nice corridor partnership forming, it seems like. You and Mike are always around each other, or there's always some type of collaboration. Then you got Jacoby coming in, and, you know, Firehouse and Donnie's, or Don and Penny's, and all that.
We were talking about Don and Penny's last night, but one of the cool things, if you ever pay attention, I'm the guy who does all the Facebook posts for Poor Decisions. It's not just about our bar.
No.
Man, I am tagging Morrison's. I am talking Ches Maryland's, Cat Daddy's, because the reality is this. If you want economic growth, stop thinking that you could do it single-handedly. Team up, collaborate with your neighbors.
Right.
Do it together. I mean, here, I'm not going to lie. I hope that I don't get fired and never asked to come back on the show. But last week, I think in Wood River, they shut the block down. All the vendors got to participate.
Oh, for First Fridays.
Then you had Grafton Bike Week. Man, that's taking pride in economic development, supporting your local business owners, and giving people a place to celebrate. You know, we've only been open since October. The first experience we had is St. Patty's Day. That was awesome! So, you know, it's like, why can't we do more of that? And here, I'm going to throw a shout out, All Things Alton. Is it Alton Main Street? Anyways, the point that I'm bringing up is...
Alton Main Street.
Okay. I don't necessarily know who's behind that. I know Sarah McGibney won, but these people are tagging us and they're sharing our post.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who 100% they are, but shout out to you. Shout out for the love, because what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to see economic development. They're wanting to see everybody win.
Right.
You know?
Well, and that's the thing, because I do like the All Things Alton page, too. I like when it's just about all the businesses, you know, and that's kind of how I think the page does the best, you know, and you're right, because they really do collaborate.
Support one another.
Yeah, and that's what their page has been so good for.
Help me on this. Is it Mooneyham Art? What is the new studio?
Oh, Mooneyham.
Okay, Mooneyham. So I've never met the guy, and then just yesterday I see him sharing one of our posts. I can't wait to introduce myself to him, because he's right there in the downtown corridor.
Right.
We all need to support one another. Period.
100%. Well, and now you got comedy coming up tomorrow. Tonight, who do you have?
We talk about DJ Stino,
yep.
right? Caleb and another buddy that are going to have a little bit of a celebration. That's what's cool. Folks, Poor Decisions. Why aren't you coming out? Let me explain. You're going out looking for a venue. You're looking for a DJ. The venue costs money. The DJ costs money. Man, we have a free party room.
Yeah.
With a DJ.
It's free.
Bro, it's free. Do you see the Jewish coming at me? Do you see the Barry Manilow nose get? That's not Pinocchio, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Pinocchio, I would be lying. My nose would be growing. A free party room. Party with us. You know, dorky dads out there sometimes. Are you still? What are you okay?
No.
I know we should have prayed before I spoke.
DJ.
I know. We should have prayed.
DJ Fat Ass Bucket, is that still there?
Dude, are you kidding me? That's like one of the best sellers going
Is it
right.
really?
Yes.
I love
Not just
it.
because it's got a picture of me on it. It don't. But it's 32 ounces of pure joy. Right. It's awesome.
What is in it?
Just a lot of good stuff.
Oh.
I can't tell you the secret.
Okay.
To be honest about it, it's actually another bar's recipe. True story.
Okay.
I asked permission for it. I'm going to give them a shout out. Schlimmers.
Okay, I was going to ask you. Okay, that's
So do you
fair.
remember the multiple straws that we shared?
No.
Right, you don't?
So, you know what's
That
funny?
was it. I brought that with permission from Schlimmers. Folks, I'm telling you, it's awesome.
You know what's funny? I was talking about that night we went out, and I just decided to go all 3 sheets and 7 years ago, CJ.
It was awesome, by the way.
It was an event, and it was get out of the way if CJ's that drunk. You know? But we were talking. My girlfriend, I told her Danny's that night when we were together, and we were. And you said, "Hey, someone's talking to you." I don't know if you remember this, and I said, "Okay," and I went over and was completely trashed. They thought I was sober.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you, I was like really proud of myself when I heard that. They're like, "Hey, you didn't look that bad," or she said, "You didn't look that bad." I'm like, I didn't know where I was.
You know what's cool about that night, though?
No.
Did we stay in one spot?
No.
No, we shared the wealth.
That was a lot.
That's
of
what's
wealth.
so cool. Yeah. I took a loan out for that night.
Oh my God.
But that's kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's not just Poor Decisions. It's a downtown historic Alton district where you have a lot of small business owners, not franchise owners, people who are putting their blood, sweat, and tears in the success of their business, let's support them.
Right.
But we need that support. We need the block shut down a couple more times to where the revenue could flow. And it's not just the revenue for the business owners, but it gives the people a place to go and celebrate.
Yeah.
Have a good time. It was St. Patty's Day was a great time.
Well, and then they, a lot of times they go, there's like every reason that's given about why the block parties ended or why they stopped and like the cleanups and all that. I think that's a muted argument. I think if you have people that are ready to help and clean up and do things.
Cleanups, bro. You have to clean up every night already to begin with.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Thank God for all the little things. Because when you're grateful for the little things, we could have the big things. We just need to get everybody on board.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I went to politics. My bad. I should
you didn't, actually. That was a very non-political answer.
Okay.
Very safe.
So going back to poor decisions, right? We have signature drinks, okay? Signature shots. They're always themed. What I like about it, it's a clean bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great atmosphere. We talk about the free party room where when you have your party, it's open to the general public. I like to believe the more the merrier. If you're not that kind of person and you don't want to twerk on everybody else, we got an did I say that out loud? We have an available VIP lounge too.
There you go.
Very affordable. A very intimate, private moment for
That's
yourself.
what I was asking, yeah.
Bro, we got a button. Boop. You hit the button and we'll have somebody come up and get your drinks. So we're not just
Do you have the
standing
little
up there.
Diet Coke button?
Yeah, dude.
Like that Trump has on his desk. He hits the button, they think it's a nuke, and they bring him a Pepsi.
Yeah, dude. It's like I had 32 cheeseburgers the other day, but I had a Diet Coke. So there goes the devil and the angel. Push the button. We got the easy button. We got it.
All right.
So, anyways, going back to poor decisions, bachelor, bachelorette parties, we just booked a baby shower. So, look, a baby shower, she's not drinking in the bar, right? But the reality is, why did they book it? Let's go back to being Jewish. It's free. Listen, I know that cracks you up, but folks, I am Jewish, so it's okay.
It's a disclaimer. Thank you for giving me that disclaimer.
Right. So a disclaimer, I am Jewish. I do have a show about you're beautiful in Jesus. It's okay. That's why I'm all over the place. And I'm so glad to put a smile on your face before you go on this weekend float trip.
No, it's a camping trip.
Camp? Oh, you're not floating?
No floating.
Oh, that's right. I remember your blog. You don't like to get in the water.
No, but that's going to I was told that I have to float. So I'm not
Get 300 pounds. I float everywhere.
There you go. Well, see, my thing is I get nervous in a river because I just think I'm one of the twigs that are floating down and they just kind of clog all over me, But I said I would do a float trip this year. I said it's a year of yes. I'm going to try new things.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, if I could take this moment like the You're Beautiful show, folks, you just heard it from CJ. It's a yes season for CJ.
Yeah, it
so
is.
no matter about the financial stress, the burdens, the marital, whatever it may be, put yes in your season and enjoy life.
Hell yeah. So Memorial Day, what are you doing?
Baseball.
Oh, you got games?
Bro, it's big. We got a game tonight, got a game tomorrow.
Not
on Monday.
Okay, I was about to say, if you're playing on Memorial Day, that's we're fighting. We're fighting somebody, not you and I, but we'll fight the director.
They don't do that, dude.
Good.
But we might, if we win the championships, have a party at the Trust House.
You had a tournament this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, really cool. Where at?
Yeah, O'Fallon.
Oh, you won last weekend, didn't you?
Yes. Dude, I am so...
You guys have a good team.
Well, it's not just a good team. Let me throw this out there. If you're listening and you have kids in travel sports, I know you're huge in soccer, okay? Any parent who's listening to this, and more importantly, I want to talk to you coaches, okay? As a coach, I know you have my kid on the field, and it's your time, and I get that, and I have nothing but the most respect for you because you don't get paid to coach at that age, right? But I'm encouraging the coaches. Don't judge the kid in his moment. Trust the process.
Yeah.
When I leave my kid with you, I trust the fact that you're going to build their morale. You're going to teach them, the reps and the ethics and all that stuff. But invest in those children because I want to share this with you. A few years ago, Blake was struggling, okay? And I love you, Marcus. We're good friends. We still talk today. But you got to develop the mentality of these kids because I promise you, with encouragement and good work ethics, you're going to get the best out of that ball
100%.
player. And I got to tell you right now, my kids are surrounded by some great coaches. They're doing some good things. Don't let a kid leave the sport because the coach.
There you go. I like it. Yeah.
You're soccer, dude.
100%.
it's not all about the rings. It's about the growth. So let's remember that.
100%. That's all I used to say because I'm taking a break now. We had a great couple of years, but I told them you can lose 4-0. I don't care about that. You can lose 10-0. But if you're going out there and you're not improving on what we've been working on, if you're going to go out there and walk around and not care, then that's a different conversation that we have to have. But if you go out there and lose a hard game, you lose a hard game. It just sucks.
No, as a kid, as a kid, be intentional.
Yeah.
That's what us coaches want.
Yeah,
be intentional. So, yeah, I know we're all over the place.
Oh, we're out of time.
We're out of time.
It's 11 o'clock. I will see you back on Tuesday. I'm excited.
I will see you on Thursday.
Brian, you will. That's right. You have a good weekend. Stop by Poor Decisions. Have some fun. Until I talk to you on Tuesday, try your best to stay out of jail.